Greetings, salutations. We've made it to Monday. If you're in the Northeast in the United States, you barely made it into Monday because it's Blizzard Monday on February 23rd, 2026. Mercifully, it's not really that cold, but yeah, if I know I keep talking about weather. Let me put it this way. The state of New Jersey issued a state of emergency for a blizzard for the first time in 30 years. So it was a historical storm. It's still going on as we speak for at least several more hours. The snow is driving almost sideways. I've never seen or been in anything like it. And I suppose if you're from North Dakota or, I don't know, Wisconsin or Minnesota or Siberia, you are like, yeah, hello, welcome to half our year. But I got to tell you, it's pretty dramatic. The sky turned really fast last night, and then it just started coming down, and kind of impressive. I'm very, very grateful that we did not lose power. I know some people have lost power, but we did not lose power, and we had enough food to eat, and we were warm, and so what else can you ask for, So very much gratitude, and gratitude to everyone who's out there, working the streets, plowing. I saw people out on the street in the middle of it, just plowing over and over again. You're thinking, why are you plowing a sidewalk when it's just going to get covered up? But, they prevented it from becoming so huge by the morning that, you couldn't walk anywhere. So there's a guy out there this morning in front of our building, plowing in front of the garage entrance. And just grateful for all the people who are out there doing that work. And so there's my little gratitude moment. All right, enough gratitude. Oh, it's killing me. No, all right, let's talk about some trivia today because we all need a little trivia. This is the stuff that you cannot live without, but you didn't know it. The Federal Radio Commission was established on this day in 1927. A game changer, I'm sure. Wait, did I get the right date? Yes, I did. Okay, I saw some other things. Now, there's something about the Tootsie Roll. The Tootsie Roll. Now, do you know what Tootsie Rolls are? I think it's only an American thing, but I could be wrong. The Tootsie Roll was introduced by Leo Hirschfeld on this day in 1896. So happy birthday to the Tootsie Roll. A candy that I did not appreciate when I was a child, but now I enjoy them every once in a while. They're sort of nostalgic and kind of delicious. So now, armed with that information, you can go about your day. What's going on with me? It's just been, I'm in that phase of things have started. We've got a few things going. And I have to admit, I have a lot of self-doubt. And I've been through this enough times to where it's a pattern. It's like, you start something new, and it's never a perfect linear, just boom, boom, boom. Like there's always bumps in the road. There's always unforeseen things, delays, whatever. But I guess what I'm shooting for is like 3 years of income, delivered to me right now, and getting to learn to live with. And I've been through this for many years, but learning to live with the uncertainty and near uncertainty, not far uncertainty, that is challenging. That really hits the system deeply. So I have to admit, I have been having some thoughts that are just not very good to myself, and then I. Usually it's in the middle of the night, and then I wake up and I go, oh, you got all kinds of stuff going on. It's all good. What are you worried about? But it's very real. So just working through that, and this is the mindset work, right? But it's really about cultivating that strength of mindset, staying connected. I did notice too that the more connected that I am, the more in conversation that I am with people, the more hopeful I am just in general. It's when I'm not in conversation, when I'm not connected, the world just gets much smaller. And so I ran across something. I'm preparing for a talk on Wednesday, and it's on trust in the age of AI and kind of scaling trust. How do you build trust at scale? And I ran across an article that's quoting Warren Buffett, and I don't like to just quote billionaires just because they have billions. I don't think having billions equals having character. But in this case, I think Warren Buffett's one of those people that I kind of admire. And there's a quote here from him that they put in this article. It's on Inc.com. Quote, "If you get to my age in life and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is, your life is a disaster." And there's some other quotes. Basically, when you get to my age, you'll really measure your success in life by how many of the people you want to have love you actually do love you. I know many people who have a lot of money and they get testimonial dinners and they get hospital wings named after them. But the truth is that nobody in the world loves them. That's the ultimate test of how you have lived your life. The only way to get love is to be lovable. The more you give love away, the more you get. And I think that's going to be the heart of my presentation on Wednesday, is scaling trust is really not the point. It's not about showing people that you can be relied upon. That's a basic kind of a requirement. But I think what really is going to move people, especially in the age of AI, is love. Love is going to be the great differentiator. Your AI tool does not love you, and it never will. The love of another human being is uniquely human. And that is going to be our secret to finding our way through this in a way that lifts up humanity and doesn't diminish it, I think. Now, maybe I have rose-colored glasses on, but what's the alternative? I mean, if we don't buy into this, then what are we doing? So, I really, I don't know, this really resonated with me today. And when I connect with that point, that my business ultimately, whatever it is, needs to be about that. I'm reading about the 1929 stock crash, and, I'm about 2/3 of the way through the book by Andrew Ross Sorkin. It's called 1929. It's a fantastic book if you haven't picked it up. And you just read about these titans of Wall Street and these, investors, and it so resonates with what's going on today when you read it. It's like, wow, not that much has changed as far as human behavior, human psychology goes. Lots of other things, the regulatory scheme, bombs have gotten bigger, there's been lots of technology, but at the heart of it, human beings are still driven by the same forces today as they were back then. And so we have a choice to make at all times. Do we want to get along with one another and feed into a win-win, lift all boats, or do we want it to be win-lose? And, it's really, really fascinating to read. That's why I love history. So how are you going to infuse love into your business? How are you going to make your business more love-centered than it is now? And ultimately, that means how am I going to express my love for others more powerfully? That's the question. I'll leave it with that. I have so much appreciation for you for listening. It really helps me. I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing it for you. And so it's a virtuous cycle. So maybe a little bit of something I said or the way I said it might impact your day in a positive way. If it did, let me know. In the meantime, please be good to yourself and others. Thanks as always for listening, and we will check back again with you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.